Listen, in this video, I'm going to talk about a very, very touchy subject. And this subject revolves around you cannot pray your problems away.
Tashi. Hey yo, this is a story all about how my life got been brought upside down. I pray my bitch and pray my powder and all that flames turn right round. Oh, this is a story all about how my life got been brought upside down.
Hey, what up, fam? It's that man Taj Jacobs, and I'm back at you once again with another video. So now I know all the Christians and the religious freaks are probably gonna jump down my throat for this video, but let's talk some realness right for a second. Let's talk real. Like, this has nothing to do with deities. This has nothing to do with fantasies or anything. You know, maybe it's a certain spiritual battle, but let's talk about real life right now. So there's this whole misconception that, you know, if you got a problem, you can just give it to God. Give it to God. Let God handle it. And I think that's extremely misleading. It's extremely misleading for whoever believes in this, because I'm going to tell you why. This kind of reminds me of the idea that they put in the book The Secret. And the whole idea was this whole manifestation stuff that people talk about. Oh, just manifest it. Just sit back, think about it. Just think about it, and it's just gonna come. No. And that's like, I think there's like a second part to The Secret where they talk about taking action and things like that. But even in your Bible, right? If you believe in this Bible, there are a lot of truths in the Bible. Let me tell you that right now. I'm not going to say I'm a big believer and all that. I've studied it, blah, 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 blah. But look, there's a whole passage in there. You know, your preacher is telling you to give it to God. Pray your problems away. But the whole freaking Bible is telling you that you got to do things. The whole Bible says that. Like, and you know, people take it as God's word. People take it as the truth. But they ignore the things that are said that you need to do in order to get what you need to get. And the passage that I'm talking about is the one that says faith without works is dead, right? Faith, if you think that you can do it, but you don't put any motion towards it, that means it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna tell you, because I consider myself a good person, right? I don't really know too many people who consider themselves a bad person other than the late great Scott Hall, aka Razor Ramon, who called himself the bad guy. But that was just his gimmick. Still a dope individual, rest in peace to him. But look, nobody considers themselves a bad person, right? So, my whole thing is this. People like to put themselves in a category to think that, oh, I'm a Christian, or oh, I'm this, I'm that. And because I'm this, I'm that, I'm protected. I'm protected by some type of halo, some type of covenant that says I won't have any problems. That I won't get sad, I won't get mad, I won't want to punch somebody in the face, I won't get frustrated, I won't feel depression. And that's bullshit. It's bullshit. Straight up. Look, I'm here to tell you. There's people out here who don't have jobs. There's people out here who don't want to work. At the same time, these same people are sitting back trying to think their way into success rather than write or work their way into success. I have a hard time believing that just because you have a relationship with God, that you are somehow above everybody else around you, right? Because to keep it real, if you believe in God, you have to believe in the devil. There's no way about it. You have to. You have to believe in the good and the bad. And nobody's exempt from bad things happening to them. Whether it's glitches in the system, whether it's wars. You see things going on overseas in Ukraine right now. Where is God in that? And this is not a diss on God. This is a diss on the idea that God is going to protect you and not protect other people. People put themselves on such a pedestal like they're so important that they can't get in trouble and nothing's going to happen to them. I think a lot of people out here lying their ass off. They're lying, and they're just staying stagnant in the same place, going around the same circles, making the same money, dealing with the same friends and the same drama because it's comfortable. But when you decide to expand and go beyond that comfort level, and you start to soak in certain knowledge, and you start to train to be a certain person or have a certain skill, when you start to do all these things, you got things gonna come against you. You got friends are gonna come against you. You got people who don't even know you're gonna come against you. You got things that you've done in your past that are gonna come against you. Because I don't think anybody is exempt or have lived any type of perfect life. Period. If y'all know him, let me meet him so I can freaking give him a hug. Because I want to know how they did it, and I want to learn from them. But what I understand about this life and my life, man, I've overcome some battles that a lot of people would have jumped off of the Bay Bridge. You understand? So what I'm saying is, if you don't fucking take action, right? If you're not out here taking action, if you're not out here learning from your mistakes, if you are just out here going around with this whole hunky-dory attitude like, oh, everything's going to be okay, God's going to take care of everything, but I'm not going to have to do nothing, you're going to hit a brick wall at 130 miles an hour. It's inevitable. I see it in my life. I see it in other people's lives. I see it in society, dude. It's a karmatic effect. What you put out there, you're gonna get back. So you can't expect to ignore your freaking bills and then God's gonna take care of them. Now maybe there's anomalies, maybe there are certain things that happen where, you know, somebody, you might take action, call somebody, because I think I've heard this happen. It happened with my mother. She called a place and she had this outstanding bill, and you know, she talked to them and they ended up wiping the bill off. And that's happened before. But if she didn't make that call and try to negotiate with the people, nothing would have happened. So I am against this whole, you know, let's just pray about it and it's gonna go away. No! You can pray. Cool, go ahead and pray. But you gotta be making some steps after that prayer. After that prayer, if you're not taking action towards that goal, you're going to lose your soul, because life is going to hit you in the face, then it's going to hit you in the chest, then it's going to hit you in the stomach on 3 consecutive days with the force of Mike Tyson when he was 22 years old. What you going to do? What are you going to do? What you going to do when you feeling all sad and you feeling all depressed? You feeling like life is coming against you. You feeling like all the systems that's in place in the world are not working out for you. You feeling like you're putting your all into these endeavors and you're just getting the bare minimum. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when you've gone through a tough time that has built up over time, and then years later it just comes around full circle and it comes right back in your face? Oh, dude, you didn't pay this bill. Oh, lady, you have this type of sickness because of what you've been eating for the past 10 years. What are you gonna do? Because my thing is this. I would rather just do shit than to say shit. Like, I know we gotta talk to people, and I love people. I love talking to people. I swear I love it because I'm good at it and people respond very well to me. At the same time, bro. At the same time. My upbringing of just let go and let God has put me in positions that I thought God had taken care of. You understand? And all this stuff has, it's made me feel sad because I'm like, man, God, where you at? This stuff has made me feel depressed, like I'll never get out of a situation. I'm like, God, where you at? This is whole thing about being patient, right? You don't really have to sit around and pray, because if things are going to happen on God's time and it's out of your control, then what? Then what, right? I mean, think about this, right? If you pray for something and it doesn't come, does that mean, the Lord's not listening? What does that mean, actually? That means it's not your time. And if that's true, if the Lord's not listening and it's not your time, that means you have time to go and do certain things to make it your time. I'm under the impression that God has blessed everybody with life. And it's up to you to navigate that life. Because I don't care what anybody say. You can tell me you were protected by God, whatever. What happened to the babies that was killed early on in life? What happened to these civilians in war that are killed for no reason, right? What happened to these religions that they're trying to persecute? They're trying to persecute a whole people for the dumb stuff of a few people. What happens what happens, right? What happens? So maybe this is a little rant because I've recently gone through some stuff and I got through it. But it wasn't because I prayed through it. It was because I hit a wall. I hit a fucking wall. I hit this wall and it came around full circle. It broke my face and I had to get my face healed and reconstruct my face, metaphorically speaking. And then I still had to take action to go fix the problem. So the wall wouldn't be there anymore. I had to go break the wall down after I reconstructed my face. So you tell me, what works better? Prayer or action? You can do both. You can hype yourself up like, yeah, man, we're gonna make this happen. Come on, God. I know you with me. This is painful right now. I'm pissed. But let's go. And then you gotta make a move. So, come on, fam. Faith without works is dead. After you pray, you gotta get up off your ass and go do something that's gonna contribute to what you want to accomplish. Period. So listen, fam, that's about it. Hey, just remember that being prepared eliminates fear, and being aware makes everything clear. It's that man, Taj Jacobs, and I'm out of here.